Welcome to Thoughts and Discourses on Digital Transformation. Dive into a world of insightful conversations and profound ideas. Join us as we explore the latest trends, challenges, and opportunities in the digital age. Stay tuned for engaging discussions and expert opinions that will inspire and inform.
Alrighty then, here's another quick 10-minute video. This time I'm going to demo Claude and what is called MCP, which is Model Context Protocol. And it's a cool demo to give with Claude. You can do this with some code as well, but I thought for other people, just to understand what MCP allows you to do is really access external systems. It's known as kind of the USB between LLMs and the outside world. So in this slide here that I quickly put together, I've basically got 3 examples of these plugins that you can do to Claude. One is from an application called NoCodeAPI. It talks to NoCodeAPI MCP server and ends up talking to their backend. And what that allows you to do is integrate Sheets, HubSpot, and a whole bunch of other applications. And so you could basically go directly to NoCodeAPI and get all this information. I'll show a little bit of that. But now with their MCP server, you can integrate it into Claude. Same with Airtable. Airtable's had has a MCP server, allows you to plug directly and get data or put data into an Airtable database. And recently, Mastercard has also got a plugin to go access their APIs, and I'll probably do a demo of that another time. But here's basically how it looks. So basically, the MCP enables Claude and its LLM to talk directly to these individual systems, and I'm doing a quick demo on that. So here's Claude, right? So Claude I've got the desktop version up and running, and what you can do is go to settings here, and then what you can go down to is go to extensions, and you can see here I've got several MCP servers installed, right? So Airtable MCP server, and then I've got Mastercard Developers MCP server, and also the NoCodeAPI as well. So that seems to, basically then you can go configure them. And normally it's putting in keys and things like that. And that then allows you what to do, right? So what I can do is I can basically go and then I can say, can you access NoCodeAPI's MP server, right? And there we go. And yep, it can do it, right? So it's now going to call NoCode, and it's basically right, and it'll tell me a whole bunch of stuff I can do with it, right? Now what I've done is I've set up some Google Sheets data, and what I can show you here is an example, right? So I'm just going to drag this over, and so here's some example data. Data that I've got, sample data, and I've got a couple of tabs. Another one is something I took off the internet. But if you just look at this simple tab here, right, I can now go and say, can you tell me, right, can you tell me the hotel cost in sheet 1, right? And what it's going to do is it's going to basically go to NoCodeAPI, and it's got this function, Google Sheets to JSON. And here we go. It's told me it's $13.98, and if I go down here, and you can see it was able to get that. So that's pretty cool. So that's an example of us being able to go out and get data using Claude and the MCP server. Now here's another thing, right? This is a much more complicated sheet, and it's got a lot more transactions. And we can start to see, okay, what can it do? And so I will ask it to Can you analyze the data in sheet demo? Right, so it's basically going to tell me, hey, it's going to have a look at this data. It's got a bit of data. And so it's going to kind of tell me, oops, it's got a problem that it struggled with. And you can see here, it's going to try and grab more of the data. And here we go. And it's going to give me some analysis of the data. And we can actually look here, right? You can see there's, you know, a nice guy handyman service, right? So I wonder what that is all about. So what we can maybe do is take that. Let's go back to Claude. Right, while it's analyzing the data, right? Here it's still going through it. And now it's done the end of the analysis, and we'll see, right? There's a couple hundred transactions. Business type, it looks like a distribution facility, whole bunch of transactions. Here's a bunch of expenses, etc., right? So it's being able to break this up quite efficiently. So I can say, what was the cost of, and I'll put it in brackets, nice guy handyman service, right? So it's hopefully going to analyze this and tell me that, right? And so it's going to start to look at that. Hopefully it will maybe break it down by transactions. All right. You can see here it's trying to look at this, right? Right. So it's doing the analysis. Okay, here we go. And it's now telling me it's the cost. It's actually broken it down by month, right? Etc. Now that's great. So what I can maybe do is, since we have access to Airtable, I can say, can you load up the transactions by month to Airtable using Airtable's NPC server, and create a new table called my demo. So we can see here it's calling Airtable's MCP server with a create table. It's able to do that. Now it's being able to, it's going to start to create these records, right? So if we actually go to the Airtable, what I should be able to see, so it's still creating these records, but what we can do is go over to Airtable, and we can see it's actually created this. So this is an example of what we can do with Model Context Protocol. We can basically extract data from one system. In this case, it was Google Sheets. And then we can upload the data, and after doing some processing it to another system. In this case, it was Airtable. And so this is a great example of where the protocol MCP really comes in handy. So anyway, just another quick demo for today. Great. Thanks, everyone. Bye.